Alright, so I'm out here in the cold. I'm trying to get a fire going. So here's the axe head right here. Just so fortunate to get this. I was out with a couple of young people and dug it up. I said, oh man, can I have that? And they said, yeah. It sounded a little greedy, I guess. As you can see, the eye seems not to be tapered. So I'm not sure. What I'll do is probably put this up. No, I'll put it down and I put the handle on. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this up. I might, depending how deep the pits are, I'll just see what kind of restoration we can do. The last one had such deep pits. Most of them were ground out, but you just couldn't get them all out. So we will see. Go ahead and do an acid bath on it. I think you've got to be very careful with this stuff. Make sure you have ventilation or respirator on. There's the jar. It's diluted. I think it'll help bring all this off without having to grind on it really to a great degree. Okay, so here's our bath. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Let it stay overnight. This is diluted muriatic. It still has a little steam to it. You got to watch it. Make sure you're ventilated and upwind. Probably going to add a little more to it. Looks a little weak. Don't forget the gloves. Keep a little water nearby in case you splash it on you. Got plenty of air blowing in. And I just don't breathe when I'm out or right around it. I just hold my breath. You can see it working a little. There we go. We're going to let that set. See if it eats those pits out. The rust out of the pits. I might go ahead and strengthen it a little bit, but it seems to be working pretty well. Alright. It's been about a half hour. Looks like it's pretty well cleaned off. Okay, so here we are after the acid, and you can see that it got down in those crannies and cooked that stuff out of there. Look at the rust in there. I did put some baking soda water on it just to make sure everything was neutralized. So we're going to hit the buff, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I tried to create another edge. It's kind of blunted down there. Let me see what we can do with this angle grinder now. I worked it over pretty good, pretty well. Still got pits. I always had a rule that I'd always leave it in somewhat of a relic status, but I just feel like trying to get it down to nice metal. But I won't make it or not. I'll have to see. Gotta get the eye cleaned out. This one we'll do now. Going over with the flap disc, some of these worn out ones, and got it nice and smooth. So now I'm going over with 1500. I probably should have incremented a little better. I'm going from 220 to 1500. Then I've got 2000 over there. So, but it's starting to look pretty nice. I can't get all the pits. There's no way. So, relic status is preserved there. All right, we're getting there. Trying to use the flap disc very sparingly. You got to be careful, it'll put dimples in it. I'm going ahead and run the belt sander to get everything leveled out. So it's just about level. We've still got pits. We're just going to have to live with them, I'm afraid. You just can't go too deep. Which is okay, because it is a relic, and it tells the story right there. Trying to get most of the deeper scratches. We got some there. And just you can do that. I'm out here and we're working on the axe head. It looks pretty good. We're down to the 1500 grit. Still have some pits. There's just no way we're going to get them all out without making dimples. So I'll let you have a look. And there it is. I'm going to go to the 2000 here in a minute. Let me go ahead and run this here on it. This is 1500 here. Yeah, I don't think we can do much better with that. So let me get to 2000. Now, I know you can't tell much difference, but it's beautiful. There's the 2000. One thing you have to do with this, I mean, it loads really quickly because it's so fine. It's waterproof, so you can. I took it and washed it just to clean it out. I think that's about all I'm going to do right there. I'm going to do the edges with a belt sander. I think we'll let go with that. Can always work them a little bit after we get it on there. Well, I'm going to call that done. We got to get a handle now. I cleaned that out best I could. It would be better if I had some kind of wire brush on a long thing, but yeah, we might be able to do something with it. Beautiful piece. Just so happy to have it. Okay, I've got a piece of lumber, well, stock. It's not really lumber yet. For the handle. This is ash. I was hoping for some walnut, but I guess I'm out. So I'm going to just try to split it and not run it on the saw till I get it to where I need it. All right, there you have it. I'll get back to you. That is a piece of walnut, I just noticed.
That is a piece of walnut, I just noticed.
It seemed like it was a lot darker at one time. So the head, you'll see how I have to trim that to get that to fit. That's a pretty small eye. So I'm going to go ahead and split it to here. We'll set the camera over here. I wasn't even running. So there's what I've come up with. I've got it planed down, or I used a chisel and got it going. And we have it on the whole way. So now we just got to shape the handle, which I'll do tonight in the house, sitting in my easy chair with a plane. So I probably will run a little bit of it through the table saw just to get some of the outer skin off there. So anyway, there you have it. I will shape some of this up before I take it in. I mean, it's a lot of stuff on here we don't need. I did run through the saw and got some of it off. Want to make sure we make a big enough shoulder on the handle to see. I don't have enough knuckle room here. Do that up there, so that's enough shoulder on it to make sure the head doesn't drop down, which I don't think it's going to be any kind of problem at all. So we got the outer skin showing here. Here we go. Okay, go ahead and fix this up with a hair. I like playing it at night, it's just relaxing. And then we'll go with that, I think. See what kind of fit we got here. That is going a little small. Not sure what happened. It's all the way in. Once we drive it all the way, it'll fill in where the handle's supposed to be. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead probably and drive it off. But it looks like a pretty good fit. Time to put your wedges in. It'll push the handle up to where it needs to be. I did thin it down just a little bit. Gee, you gonna get it off? I don't think I'll take it off right now.